Hello, everyone, to a new episode of Thrive. We're going to be looking at 0.5.7 today. I know it's been a long time since I made a Thrive video, so hopefully this all goes well. It's been a long time since I made a video in general. But we're looking at Deadblock 31 here. They've added some new things to 0.5.7. One of the biggest things I think most people think is the chemoreceptor part, which is cool. One of the biggest things I think that's been added is the Modify Organelle menu. Can't wait to see how that's implemented with the other organelles or other updates that include that modify window. The timeline tab now looks so much more like Thrive, at least from this image. Before it was definitely just text on a black screen. Now it has some really beautiful visual notations to go along with the words, so you can kind of quickly see things are going down, things are going up. Pluses are apparently migration. I don't know if that's the... At first I thought that was a adding of an organelle when I first saw that, when I saw part of, and I was like, oh, but then I noticed some others, and when you finish reading it, it's migration. Although I guess there is that part there with his Lomomon down here, Lomomon papillon split off from the Nigora racenis as a new species to fill a niche, so that's pretty cool. It tells you when speciation occurs. And yeah, one of the things they said down below is that these graphs on the side here, I don't know if it's these specific graphs, can be made larger. We'll see. We'll start playing the game and go through all the things that they've added. Alright, here we are. We're gonna unmute, get the beautiful music, save this, get back, and a new game. Because why would we play off of an old one? Oh, it's nice Pangonian events. I don't remember having that line underneath it or really being as artistic. I don't know if it's because of my new monitor, but the background looks so much better. I don't know why. Like, I feel like it's the same background, just some of the things are more detailed or more added. I'm not seeing any glucose. Oh, there's none of us. Maybe if you follow him. Oh, there we go. And abundance. So it's not giving us numbers anymore. I actually think that words like that is a lot better than giving the numbers, because there's nothing really to base it off of. I mean, obviously, you start to make your own basis of what the numbers mean, but it's definitely much different to have it kind of in this word notation. Alright, let's go ahead and just evolve here. You can check out now the timeline tab and auto evo. So this is what we're normally used to, the kind of external effects part of this screen here, where, you know, population changed for Primum thorvium by 70 because of paper reproduced. Auto evo results showing us the difference in our population. So we're up to 750, which is pretty good. Which is interesting here. Our new is 750, so it must have had us. Well, you'd think this would show a speciation down here in external effects. We added 70, so I don't know how it gets the 750 from here. We should be at 170, I guess. But we'll see. Maybe if I go over the timeline, it'll give us more. Nope. Still says we increased to 750. So that seems a little bit different on the math. G and L. GL. Is anything changing other than numbers? GL. GL. Show local events, show global events. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I should have just waited for the little tilt to pop up to show me what it is. Okay, so globally, we're at 680, but in our own... We're also... Okay, glucose globally has dropped by 1.8%, but locally we're up to 750? Shouldn't local have... Shouldn't global be above like local currently. I understand that once we go to more regions, the global will fluctuate more. But we're currently only in one spot. This must just be the graphs being larger. I guess, yeah, they were a lot smaller before. And there we are. There's 866 of us. I mathed. 680, 750. 750 plus 70. That still doesn't, I guess, 810. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the math is going on right here, or why we have differing populations globally versus, I mean, globally being less than locally. Because technically, yes, global should always be higher than local, I would think. Because even if everything else dies out, yeah, it should always be higher than your local population. Because it's just going to add on the other regions to it. We'll see. We'll see if that changes once we move or once we get out of Auto Evo. Okay. And we can change the... Okay, I didn't even know that was going to be a thing. I mean, I saw that up there. I was like, what is this going to do? But it apparently allows us to change what place we're looking at. Pangonian events, and the seafloor and so on. I don't know if, I guess timeline will just show us where things are moving. So we'll probably have to use this, unless there's like an all category. Doesn't seem like I can select multiples. So I don't know if the timeline will just show us a singular spot. Like before it showed, from that image, it shows, I'll switch to it real quick. Yeah, it shows, okay, so the Pangonian and Bethpelagic. Yeah, it shows them moving away, I guess. Alright. So I guess we'll just have to see. You'll have to fiddle around with looking through, seeing where things move. Sorry, just had to get a drink of water there real quick. Nothing's changed with the patch map. Still looks good. Still only this world. I don't really want world generation to be a thing yet, because that's a huge update as well. But it'll be interesting to see. I think we're just gonna stay in this patch, and we're here in the editor. Don't remember that circling in on it. We will see. Let's see. So chemoreceptors are an anytime thing. That's pretty interesting. It costs us 45. Does that actually change our base movement minus 2 ATP? So it does actually, it increases our speed? No, it just brings 1 to osmolar regulation cost. But why does it bring a cost then to our movement? Maybe because we have to move with it. I mean, it's sticking out there. It makes it harder to move. So we got to put more energy into moving. So that makes sense. Let's see. So it allows you to detect compounds farther away. Makes sense. It's its job. It's a chemoreceptor. You can modify one's place. Actually, I want to see that, but we'll get through this first. So it adds 1 to osmoregulation cost. All cells only see through chemoreception. Okay, yeah. At first I thought that was more like a game mechanic. No, scientifically, yes. To pick up chemicals, you need a receptor to be able to read those chemicals. Adding this organ represents evolving more fine-tuned chemoreception, because technically you already have chemoreception as a cell in the game, because you can see. I mean, you can't really take that away. It'd be interesting playing Thrive with a black screen. I just have to wait until you run into phosphates or stuff. So as the player is given vision, even in the cell stage, this is represented by a line pointing outside the visible screen area showing nearby compounds that the player couldn't see yet. So I wonder if it's actually bringing in the compounds, like if the map extends now further outside of your screen view, or if it's more like when we run the math, this is where a cloud's going to spawn in it. That's interesting. I think let's put it on and see. Right. Actually, I don't think it tells you anything about right clicking. Does it tell you right click when it says? So I put that. I mean, I put that down. I read the dev log, so no right clicking a thing. But just now, is there anything that tells you can right click? I don't see anything that tells you can right click it. Oh, behavior does work. I don't know if that was just in 5.7 or if that was in a future one. This is the first one I've played that has an actual behavior mechanic that seems to be working. Aggressive, yeah. Huh. That's also going to be cool to see. I don't know if other organisms already with AutoEvo had those, but now you can actually select what your own cells are going to be. So okay, nothing that says you can right-click them to modify, other than if you read the dev blog. So that might be a good thing to add in, because it does say modify one place to select the compound type. There's no obvious right-click, though I'm sure someone will try to right-click. Glucose, iron, hydrogen sulfide, phosphate, and ammonia. Interesting. It'd be interesting to see the multiple refined chemoreceptors on them. Minimum amount to detect. That's also interesting. I mean, any. I presume this is any, and this is a lot. Actually, I don't. Minimum amount. So I don't know what this exactly correlates to. If it's like little, a lot, or what is, yeah. I mean, this I presume all the way down here, it means it picks up any glucose that exists. We tell you where it's at. The search radius, yeah, how far out does it really detect? Is this on my cell? Because that wouldn't make any sense. This is just a little bit further out. Like, is this average, like a good average? Like, does it go outside of the screen? Or is there, like, this is all you can already see with your eyes? This is out beyond? I think, I mean, I'm sure they'll add that in. It's not like it's something that, it's not a novel idea that I'm coming up with of marking. But, yeah, we'll just cancel that. We'll get rid of it. I guess has right click always been to delete? I guess it has. Also, I just realized I didn't do a tutorial or anything. I must have turned that off, because that would have been interesting to see. That probably would have fixed it. I probably turned that off. That does ruin it. Okay, let's delete that. We're gonna go cytoplasms. It's been a while, so maybe that's also why I should have turned it back on. We got 12 points left. Fluid rigidity. I don't want to go. I feel like we gotta go just faster, you know? Our health is okay. We'll go faster. So a whole bunch of primum, threbium, and we got our glucose here. Got a guy stuck on some iron there. Is he one of us? Yes, he is. I guess next time we'll be able to see the speciation that occurs. We don't need hydrogen sulfide. There's more glucose down there though, we don't really need. There we go, there's some phosphates. I almost said ammonia. I guess phosphates are always purple. It's been a while, like I said. Let's always stack up a full thing of phosphates and ammonia before evolving, as long as we have enough glucose. That's neurotoxins over there. I think that's what they're... Octitoxin? No, it doesn't actually tell you. Oh, there's actually some, that's iron in there. Here's our ammonia. Now I want to get glucose too, so we don't instantly die when we come out. We're actually running out of glucose quickly. Nice. This is when it's nice to have a chemoreceptor. Because I'm going to pass up all this phosphate, try to find glucose. I don't think I'm going to find any. What is this? Oh, it's just a bubble. I'm being led astray by the background. We're gonna go for it. Otherwise, we're gonna die and our population falls. This way, our population increases, and then we'll kind of fall, and I think we'll get kind of replaced as well. But I think we get bigger boost this way. Let's see, Sarantis Nuravom. Sarantis Nuravom. We'll just go there. Kanoi Nuravom. Sarantis Nuravom. It's split from Primum thrivium, or Primum thrivium. Emerge to fill a niche. It'd be interesting if, like that text is obviously, well, most likely just a generic text. It'd be interesting to see if, like, it knows what's changed on the organism already, where it's speciating away from Primum thrivium. So it'd be interesting to see if, like, depending on what organelles make up the majority of it that have been differentiated, if you could essentially kind of describe in that niche what it's going to be filling. Like emerge to fill a predatory niche, or emerge to fill a carnivorous or herbivorous, omnivorous, I don't know. Give some explanations to the niche that's being filled by this new species, because obviously I don't see any indication of what it is. Also, glucose has been falling a lot, so I guess we're gonna need to change our glucose level, or our food source. And it just crashed. No, please. What do we got? Okay, well. Interesting. We're just gonna load it up again. We'll just play it. Play it by ear at this point. Crashes are to be expected. There we go. I don't think it's... We got autosaves now. Maybe we'll just run from an autosave. Yeah, okay, so see, yeah, I've missed 2, or 0.5.6. Yeah, 0.5. Well, anything after that to 5.7, so 5.6 probably would have been the major one. Let's load this and see what happens. Tribe gang. Ooh, oh, okay, so auto-saved here. Let's see if I can crash it again going to the timeline. Increases up 50, that's old stuff. This is the new stuff. Again, so I guess this is kind of conditional. It knows, or I can just put this into this generic text, split off from fill a niche. Global though. So our regional one has increased to 1012, but our global has decreased to 789. Okay, interesting. Patch map. Do you want to move? I don't think so. Because that's global glucose. Although we're still at 3.2. Actually, these other places have a higher amount of glucose. Maybe we do move. Just to spice up. Spice it up a bit. It's got higher glucose. We should be able to survive better with our low glucose amounts. We're going to switch over to the Pangonian seafloors. What are we going to go with? Our ATP production is pretty good, but I think we probably want to switch over to some metabolisms, probably. Aerobic respiration. At 21%. Do we know what our... Oh, we're at 20%. Is it 21 everywhere? It is, okay. So that's something that hasn't been changed yet. That's what I always was wondering, if that would show the aerobic respiration rates changing based on the patch you're in. We'll go with some metabolisms. I don't know what to. Oh, I can just place it that way. Interesting. But actually, our storage is pretty low, right? Can delete that. Awesome. I guess really, cytoplasm is the only storage we get. Well, this has 0.5 storage. 2 of these are equal to 1 glucose. Until you get down to vacuoles and stuff. Yeah, we'll stick with 1 metabolism. We'll get... Be a long boy. And confirm, I guess. Oh, the help is being blocked down there. Alright. Oh, that's probably because my screen's being blocked a little bit. On my monitor, not on the recording. Oh. Yep, so we're gonna instantly die. And lose... Yeah, we're not gonna make it in time, are we? Oh, the hope. I wonder if we had more health if we'd be able to survive osmoregulation problems. Okay, we got glucose. We're good. Let's see. It's an interesting bubble of glucose. I literally thought that other guy was just gonna run straight into the viruses and the neurotoxins. Oxytoxy floating in the world. So phosphates and ammonia are down here, but glucose is up, so hopefully that benefits us. Feeling a little bare here right now. There's glucose down there we'll immediately get after getting some phosphates in us. Gotta get into that drifting mood again. Alright, we're full on phosphates. Let's go down and get our glucose back up. So I think once we start getting ammonia, it'll actually become harder for us to live a little bit since we start the process of mitosis and splitting. Let's see. Oh, that's a dead cell. Interesting. Interesting. It should get us... Can we eat this? Yes, we can. That gave us... Actually, not much ammonia at all. Okay, well, we're full on other stuff, so let's go up into this compound cloud. And this is... I actually don't remember ever seeing those in these newest releases, the floating organelles. It used to be that you had to run into organelles to unlock them and like upgrade. So it's kind of cool to see some things floating around still. Yeah, that's what I figured was gonna happen. We're gonna start using a lot more glucose now that we've got everything. I don't understand these these bumps of everything. We might not go... So we're still using too much glucose for... Guessing osmoregulations is too much? There's not it's a fair amount in abundance. It's not actually lifting our survivability rates here at all. So I think we're gonna try to go. We'll go into here. Let's see. Auto saving successful. So essentially lost our boost from before. I don't want to cancel that out. We still lost a bit. Sarantis, Neurivom. They jumped up a lot. They're more than us now. That's... Wait, what? Oh, Pangonian Seafloor. So we left. We migrated away from... Wait, no, we're looking at the Pangonian Estuary. Is this... Okay, so that was a bug, I guess. We didn't die out though in the seafloor. We're still there, aren't we? It says we died out though. Okay. Pangonian vents. Does global matter? Does it change with this? No. Okay. Okay. Global's everything. That makes sense. It's self-explanatory, but it's more like, I guess this essentially turns off the menu, and this turns on the menu where you're at. Excuse me. So yeah, there's our split. We're at 300 million years. Glucose drops still. Our population is decreased, and their population is increased. So now Sarantis Neurivom, which I've never seen yet, is doing great. Literally more than us now. They're all in the vents though. Alright. So glucose, I feel like the storage is our biggest problem. But when we duplicate ourselves, we should be getting 24 production, or sorry, not 24, but 46 to 24. I mean, this ratio should still be around. I mean, I guess if the metabolisms aren't produced, and this doubles or increases, then we're in some big trouble. You do eat up a lot. Chemoreceptor might be nice, actually, to put in right now to help us find glucose. It increases a little bit. Why don't we do it? You ever want to play around with it anyways, right? Let's do glucose, minimum amount. Any. And then this doesn't change how much it costs, so we might as well have it all the way up, right? Because search with everything within that radius. It's currently white. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll leave it as white. What is this? Oh, it just adds color to it. Okay. Awesome. So we got a chemoreceptor. Don't think we need... Don't need any flagellums. That'll put us way beyond our cost, I think. Yeah, that actually equals it out. Which is no bueno. Our question is, more cytoplasms, or do we go with a metabolism? Probably more cytoplasm. It's just a cheap thing right now. And puts it that our cytoplasm is making enough for our osmolar regulation and movement. So that should be better overall. Change our name. Ooh. Alright, let's see how this works. That's a... Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna die now. Chemoreceptor, the smallest, is not the best. Radius, though, might be fine. Thought there was glucose. There's glucose in this, quite a bit. But we're not getting enough to increase our storage. Probably because we're automatically duplicating instead. Is there glucose over here? There is glucose. I don't think we're gonna have enough. We're at the reproduce with 0. Fix our chemoreceptor. Did it change our name all the way back since we changed our name? Yes, it did. Okay. Yep. Yep. We're just losing. We'll now be seeing their Cyranthus Neurovom. Cool. Oh, we have a new split from Cyranthus because they would do so well. Momemin Made. Beautiful name. Locally, nothing occurred before 300 million years ago. Or 300 million years, it's not ago. It's the future, the present. Fill a new niche, yeah, so that's just normal species list. Does the graph change? Like the graph? Okay, you can't unselect yourself. The graph is not, it's not showing. It's like because we're in Pangonian seafloor. Okay, yeah. So they've all dropped down in the vent. Feels a little bit better that way. They've all come to us. Editor though. Fix this guy up. Minimum amount. We're gonna bring it up almost to like default level. More cytoplasm? I don't actually know. I don't know what's costing us so much. How much does this cost us to change? None, okay. We're just gonna increase, we're gonna make ourselves a little bit more aggressive. We're a little too brave, but we don't eliminate predators, do we? And we're active. We're active. This can literally kill us off. Yeah, we'll leave him like that. We'll leave him like that. Membrane's fine. Going more fluid. Yeah, we'll go more fluid. And why not add more like that? We're at -14 if we're another one. And now we're gonna instantly die unless we can get to this glucose. Oh, there's a new guy. Who are you? Oh, you're the Cyranthus. Okay, here we go. We're getting some glucose. The next nearest glucose apparently is all the way up above us, though. Unless I swim too far down. Oh, where'd you go? So it doesn't show you're the closest. Right? It's because there's not enough here. Oh. Okay, so apparently where I currently have it set is not the best level for glucose searching. It's a little too high. Range seems to be fine. But itself seems a little too high. Seems like there's not enough glucose here for it to tell, but it's in abundance. Is too low. It looks like we literally can't. Well, our ATP's up. Follow the line. Trust in the chemoreceptor. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. What do you do when your chemoreceptor is not picking up anything? Is that a guy? No, that's not. That's some Marines now. Glucose? Really? I wonder. Oh my god. So. Is that closest though? Probably not because of the range we set, right? Right, no lollygagging. Is that the closest? We're trusting in you, the line. Trusting in the line. There's a flagellum down here we're gonna eat. And hopefully gain all of its resources. Oh my god, they've all come. They've all come from my glucose. We have ate it dry. Okay, so that's actually, no, it still says in abundance. Is that, I guess it is. It's just very thin looking. Is there no more glucose over here? It's like it just disappears on me. And I guess it's really gonna come down to learning how the chemoreceptor works. Whoa! Excuse me. Sneezing like crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure how the best this works. Because that just disappeared. I'm gonna turn back around. Oh, I don't know why I'm sneezing. It must be dust in the room or something. Anything? Anything? There's some ammonia down here. Oh, I know I didn't turn back around. Give me something in front of me, please. Come on, chemoreceptor. Give me the good news. Thank you. That's very good news. And now it's gone. Okay, we definitely need to find glucose. Oh my god. Oh, that still has glucose in it? Yes. It just apparently isn't enough found in this area for it to say there's... You can go for it. There's a fair amount. Some. It's degrading into the air. Is there enough to actually increase anything on me? Not really. There's glucose here. And organelle. So we'll eat it. Nope, nope. Not moving. This is closer. Very aggressive less. In abundance. Yes, 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 yes. Eat and be merry. Okay, apparently we're gonna actually just have to eat this. Thank you. Give us some. There's not enough throughout this, apparently. We need phosphates, though. Phosphates would be great to get after we get glucose. Okay, we can run through this patch here. Can we get enough? Nope, quite enough. Why are you switching on me like that? Can I eat these guys? I mean, they're probably scared of me, right? Oh, nope. We're eating. We are more aggressive than I thought as a species, and I'm going to die. Oh, come on. You can make it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There's a flagellum just waiting there for you. It's glucose heaven. Definitely not dog. Okay, okay. Just barely survived. There's glucose in this. Next to phosphates. Don't you fade away on me. There's also a lot of glucose up over there. Okay, perfect. Need to get glucose though. Otherwise we will cease to function. Okay, perfect, perfect. Fill me up inside. Let's go. Can you not get me all the way to 19? Maybe not. Okay, we're splitting. 10 is pretty good. Yeah, we're even. Momimin. Oh, they changed colors, that's why. First I was like, huh. We get any speciation? Escape engulfing. Nice. Reproduction, death. It's interesting that, like, if something escapes, they've almost negated dying. Even though they did die. I mean, I guess the escaping engulfing is escaping death. Any unique speciation? Am I missing anything? Doesn't look like it. And they're just moving. They're moving, they're cool. They're up in here now, eh? There's more glucose. What's the glucose? Oh, maybe it just moved. Yeah, we need to stick with the glucose, right? And what if we tag on a flagellum? Yikes. That's still that is we would be destroying ourselves if we got a flagellum. It's essentially for a phenomenon of glucose around. I mean, we're all functioning on glucose anyways, but our metabolisms, they have a better rate, don't they? 0.01 to 3, 0.02 to 7. It's a little better actually. Not by much. If you really think about it, if you double this to 0.022, that should be 6. So 1.98, I mean, almost 2. 1 is almost where 3 cytoplasm. Yeah, about. So yeah, I mean, everything is going to be better than cytoplasm for production, right? So maybe we do just kind of like switch out. Oh, what am I doing? What if I bring it back like this? We could do that. I think I can only do one. No, I can do 2. Let's do this. New patch. Oh, I forgot to modify it. Whoops. Well. Oh. And it's gone. Oh. Please tell me these aren't the lines that the, he's gonna eat it all. We're gonna die, because we're not. We're too altruistic. Do they have a better line than me? Okay, everything's telling me glucose is behind. Surely your chemoreceptor is telling you the same. Unless you saw a nucleus? Okay, I feel like nuclei haven't been evolved yet and shouldn't be considered a food source. Just me though. It's pretty Papa Squat. There's quite a bit in abundance. I wonder if I see some of my other species splitting, if that also increases population count. I don't actually know. Is that iron? That is an iron chunk. But that there is current blowing away all of the goodness from that body. And that chloroplast. Be interesting if the chemoreceptors told you how far away things were. I mean, maybe I should reduce the radius down and go from there, see what happens. But it seems like all the way up in range is not good. And I guess this is an increased minimum, isn't it? It does seem that an increased minimum does not give you safety. This is a little bit better though. Maybe we lower the range, because that would give us like closer ones to us instead of like trying to jump away to a different one. There's a lot more. I'm gonna call it marine snow as well. It's just actually on our plane of existence. These organelles are floating around. There's a lot more of it, which is interesting seeing is where the highest living organism in the world, along with that Sorensis neurium. But hey, I think we're literally only surviving because of our ability to jump between these pools of nutrients. Oh, and see, that just disappeared completely. Alright. Coming up. We've essentially become... We're playing normal Thrive now. This is all the same as 0.5.7 or prior ones, other than I guess the chemoreceptor showing up. Which I guess if we have multiples, it shows us, but obviously since we've split, our double chemoreceptors aren't showing us different patches of glucose to go after. Which I guess is a good thing. I don't know how that necessarily would work. If I have two that are pointing towards glucose, do I get different readings? Two different glucose structures? Presumably I could search for a further away one, a closer amount of glucose. Change the range. I mean, the range is how far. It's not like it has to be above a certain amount of distance away from you. But knowing what those distances are would be a little helpful, unless they're arbitrary. I mean, there has to be some sort of connection between the actual distance. You are... Yes, you are. Sorensis neurium. You're a scaredy cat. It's probably good, because we become more aggressive. Alright, we should probably go ahead and evolve here. Got a good amount of glucose and phosphates and everything in between. Maybe not ammonia. Ammonia we're lacking a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and evolve. I just wish I would have did it right away. Let's drive this guy. Make sure we don't lose it. So minimum amount. Search radius, we're gonna bring it in close. We're gonna increase the minimum amount. No, actually we'll leave it. It seems to be a decent level to tell us. I think it's a survivable level. The search radius, well, maybe we won't have it so low. What do you want to go for though? I think we probably could support a flagellum. Yeah. We could. Which our movement speed being really high allows us to get the stuff more efficiently. Which is always good. Well, maybe not more quicker, but not more efficiently. Well, you would presume that it would be more efficient. Alright, let's look at our report real quick. So we increased, yep. Other populations increased. Patch map. Is this decreasing glucose? No, it looks like it's all. Seems like our glucose levels are increasing the further we go up. So I don't remember those starting at those levels, but hey. Go up. Do we just keep on moving up? I mean, ammonia's not much different in reality. Where there's only 50 of us still here. Well, let's just move up. We're kind of predatory though, which not having any prey. Okay, what changed our? What did we add? Oh, we added the flagellum. Duh. 45 left. We could go with another metabolism. Yeah, let's go with that. Pelox. Pelon. It doesn't actually change us, which is kind of saddening, but hey. Okay, chemoreceptor, you got anything for us? Got anything for us, chemoreceptor? It's a chunk of iron. There we go. So this seems to be pretty low. Speed's pretty great. Oh, there we go. There's the mother load. Problem is, once we get that second flagellum, we might actually be in big trouble. Good thing is that it looks like our metabolisms are currently keeping up with the rest of our body. So we should be fine. I don't know what if the chemoreceptor is like, this is the best, this is the most glucose in the range. It goes from the minimum, or if it literally just picks a random one and goes from there. It'd be interesting to figure that out. So far, it kind of feels random. Like that picked the organelle point. But wouldn't the organelle always be the most outputting of any of the glucose structures? Like it has the most just right off the bat. We'll find out, I'm sure. Or Dev will tell people. How the chemoreceptors will be looking for stuff. Okay, we can evolve. Let's go ahead and do that. External effects produced. They're all doing great. Increased everywhere. Mesoplegic, wait. We got boys in the mesoplegic? That's just us, right? Yeah. Okay, that threw me off. Like 0. I mean, I guess that should have made sense. That should have made complete sense. Do we have a nucleus set? Definitely not. Remove that. What about another chemoreceptor for phosphates at the same range? But let's go with a red. No, let's go with like purple one, right? Phosphates are purple. Give us a purple. Give us a purple. Purple schmurple. What's number of talisman? Let's see, is it okay? So it does, now that we have 2, it does show us 2 different ones. I might be a little bit too dark of the purple, but hey. Follow. I guess now that if we have 2 popping up, we know an organelle is going to be there. Right? Let's go around this. We gotta make sure we're not listening to our phosphate chemoreceptor all the time, though. Of course, we've already doubled our chemoreceptors. Let's go for the glucose. It might be a double, actually. Nope. The glucose line just seems more purple now. And it's disappeared. Let's turn around. There's some glucose here, we'll go for it. Of course, I just realized we're running into ammonia, which means we will double. Telling us there's more glucose this way, hopefully it doesn't disappear on us. Because I was going to go for that patch. Oh, perfect, it's going right now. It's an organelle. Thank you, bud. Really helping out. This is like glucose too. It's not enough though. Interesting. Okay, okay. There's still some glucose here. I don't know if it'll be able to help us pass through asthma regulation, but it might be. Oh, that's good. I don't know why it isn't picking that up, but hey. Now it is. It's like a little bit more glucose before we split. So that might not be possible. It says in abundance of it. We'll see. We're gonna have to do this without a large amount of glucose, unless we get to this patch first. It's pure glucose, so I think it should be a decent patch, right? For filling us up? Yes. They're all gonna go for that organelle, which is fine at this point. Just give me the glucose. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and evolve here. Check out the timeline. So here we got migration of Soransis Neurivium. We've increased to 299 globally. Decreased again by 6.3. Wow, they're doing pretty good globally. 2,095. Momen's also doing well. We have any more? Oh no, Aquinas. Where did the Aquinas come? There we go. Wait, oh, we've had him for a while, I guess. Aquinas Wakakoi and Aquinas Stisei. Just kind of interesting. Usually that ending is actually for like plants, so we'll see. I don't know if the endings actually hold. If they're just randomly selected, or if they kind of try to follow our naming conventions. Oh. I don't know what that noise was. Patch map, we move again? Sure, it's got more light. Everyone loves light. Is that even... No, it takes like 2 of these to even regulate singular metabolism. Which is good, I guess. It keeps it kind of even. We're gonna go for 2. Cause we be dying out here. I should have realized that. Yeah, we really need to bring a lot of glucose with us if we move maps. Cause we're most likely gonna die. Glucose. Don't you disappear on me. Here we go. This will save us. I don't think we can actually just sit around. Because I don't think one metabolism will do our osmoregulation. And currently we can only support one metabolism with our thylakoids. So even if we sit still, we can't just like survive. Okay, good thing we have our wonderful thing of glucose up here. Alright. Moving on. I should really end off somewhere here soon. Other things that they've changed. I should probably have talked about that. Oh, and the miscellaneous changes. I can't pull it up right now. If I do, it'll look all funky. Well, I guess I have it hidden, so maybe I can. Let's do this real quick. So they updated the Godot engine. They have, let's just leave here. Oh, here's a big one. Crash dumping is back in the game. So now, our crashes should be sent to the developers. So it should allow them to fix up bugs a lot easier. What else? Flagella animations apparently weren't working before. Now they do. The report tab. Now allows you to see the changes in them. Oh, we're gonna die here. Player species is always first now instead of like alphabetically. Yeah, see, osmoregulation we can't do while sitting still. It's okay, we don't even see any glucose, so we're out of the range. Movement sounds have been changed. or at least adjusted. Ice damage sound has been added in, or at least make it a little different than the generic one. Oh, the max entity count has also been decreased in the patch view that we're looking at right now. So should make it stay fairly well running. At least I think that's what they're hoping for. Okay, chemoreceptor. Show me some glucose. There's some glucose. Some survivor juice. Let's see, let me scroll down a little bit more once we get into this glucose. Okay, double clicking on save now loads it, or asks to override it when saving. Tutorials, some are forced, but I guess I passed them somehow. I guess that's, I specifically went in and changed that in the settings to just pass up. Ooh, I need glucose fast. We're doubling our organelles. Kill a man, getting fat that quick, huh? Movement ATP drain was also updated with cell speed calculation. Actually, read this. So it's improved regarding the flagella. They don't point backwards. Okay. Now speed is calculated along the direction the player cells can move the fastest in, which is not necessarily forwards. So if I put a cell or a flagella on the side, now it will be calculated more on that side, I guess. Or the movement speed will be calculated based on that side. What's that one? Movement ATP drain. I guess, okay, so it's updated because of that movement now. It's based still on the most successful. The best movement speed. So no longer do forward-facing flagella show up in an editor as costing ATP when in fact they can't operate at the same time as backward-facing flagella. Okay, so yeah, if I put a flagella on the front right now, I'm pressing W to move forward. They won't actually use ATP to move forward. Okay, that's good. That is really good. Oh, there's scientific flavor text for the Pilus. Should go check that out once I find some ammonia. Improved look and tooltip positioning for the editor sliders. I would say yeah, the sliders do look good. Added a sound effect for when cells collide hard enough. That's got to be an interesting. I don't think I've heard that sound yet. Increase the fade duration when changing music tracks. We made the trash icon as a higher resolution. Okay, we gotta see the Pili, or Pili. I think I've heard sometimes people call it Pili and the Pilus. Pili. Okay, found on the surface of many microorganisms resemble fine hairs. Tens to hundreds of Pili may be present on the surface of a microorganism and serve one of the several purposes, including role in predation. Pathogenic microorganisms use Pili for virulence, either to attach and bind to host tissue or invade past the outer membrane to gain access to the cytoplasm. Many similar Pili exist but are not evolutionarily related and have resulted from convergent evolution. A single organism may have the ability to express several types of Pili. Those that are present on the surface are constantly being changed and replaced. Interesting. I wonder if that means they will allow you to change the kind of Pili, like we do with the chemoreceptors. Either to attach and bind up, or to invade past the outer membrane. I wonder if we will be able to just like attach to some person and just... Not yet. Just be able to attach. That would be an interesting mechanic then. You just swim up to somebody, you attach to them, and then they use up their ATP and their glucose to move you around. That'd be a very interesting way to play. be pretty much a sessile plant that just attaches to things like when you go past. That is cool. I hope that becomes something then for the modifying. I don't think anything else has a modify. Just the chemoreceptors. Great start though. Great start to that modify window. That function. See, I tweaked the patch name display fade animation. We've been seeing that. It's one of the small things that maybe you don't notice, but that looked good. Okay, so small iron chunks are now easier to push around. That might be interesting to be able to like capture iron ore, take it around with you. I guess it's not iron ore, it's literally just iron chunks. Go with more thylakoids. We're replacing our storage though with those. They're half storage, that's not. Lower storage, higher metabolisms. Like what if I... Oh, I can't even delete them. I'm trying to figure out how much compound balances. Interesting. If I just... That does change. So actually losing 0.109, I'm presuming that's per second. We do produce a lot of ETP. 51.92, it's pretty good. So this is great once you get to 0. Or actually positive, not necessarily 0. You're using up as much as you produce. I don't think we can do a nucleus yet. I feel like it gets larger. I mean, it doesn't. Maybe that's just my eyes visually. Ooh, little, doesn't like being moved much. Also, it seems like the textures still aren't on the nucleus. These used to be like bluish. I don't know. Maybe that will be done at some point. Re-added. It might be a new model even. Chemosynthesis. I don't think we really need chemosynthesis. Like the patch we're on is all light. All light, baby. Get more glucose if we go this way, right? That's just that's not even worth to go to the estuary other than being anywhere in the estuary. Iron wise, we might as well just go towards coast, stick it to coast. I mean glucose and iron wise at least. We'll just move over this way to the coast. Get a nice bright color here. Get more thylakoids. Just continue our little playthrough. It would be nice if I sat here. That was a nice bait. If the chemoreceptor would update. Kind of have to just follow its phosphates. Give me some glucose to start with. Is that an iron chunk? It is. Maybe if I get towards the phosphates, we'll find glucose. It should be a lot higher. It said is at 5%. I guess everything is a lot different colored though in here. Also, like the white of my glucose line seems to have changed. It's definitely darker now. Okay, let's. There's a very thin amount of phosphates. That's pointing me to. Population is 1K. Is that global? Oh, those iron chunks are a lot easier to move now. Just fucking pushed it out of my way like crazy. I don't know which one's glucose. I think I'm going towards the phosphate one. It's darker. Yeah, okay. good amount of phosphates. We're also getting like stuttery. I don't know if that's because of the chemoreceptor choosing a new target, or if it's because of me producing more organelles. So I'm guessing the one chemoreceptor is like a dud. Like once you produce a new one, it just doesn't work. Like it's just visual. Is there anything actually here? There is. There's an abundance of it. That is really hard to see. But my chemoreceptor can pick it up. It's a good thing I no longer need eyes to play Thrive. Next, I'll just need a haptic feedback around in a circle, so that whenever I line up perfect, the haptic feedback like goes crazy and just starts shaking violently. So now I literally can play blindfolded. Be the true Thrive experience. That'd be completely worthless code. Although I guess if you play with a controller, generally you can have some haptic feedback, like a mouse and keyboard like I'm playing right now. I'd have to actually have like hardware made specifically for haptic feedback and a mouse with haptic feedback. That'd be really weird. Okay, we're trying to get away from those sources. Phosphated glucose. Looks like a phosphate from how dark it is. Looks like from right on. No, it's a glucose. Yeah, no, I guess the phosphate's almost black, and now the glucose is like a burgundy. It just seems a lot darker. But I'm guessing that's 100% because of the background. Okay, there better be something dead down here with how much this phosphate's just like jumping around. That's interesting to me. The clouds essentially change their coloration because of the background changes. Makes it a lot harder to see some things on a really white background when you're looking at white. So this should be glucose. So let's see. What else we got in the miscellaneous changes? Fixed dialogue resizing, sometimes expanding them in the wrong direction. That's good. Fixed a bug in our hybrid 3D audio player class not actually behaving spatially. Okay. Didn't even know there was spatial audio. I think it's a hybrid 3D, so yeah. We are in a like pseudo 3D world. Like technically all the models are 3D. Like you could put this in more like an isometric view. Am I actually getting glucose? I'm so confused right now. Oh, it's phosphate. Well, this is gonna be awkward. That's glucose though. We're not gonna make it. Fix the widths of a few organelle tooltip titles. Okay. I don't know if that made it easier to see or I guess I don't know which ones were changed. Fix really long save names causing GUI layout problems by enabling text wrapping for them. That's good. Fixed pressing escape in the game overload menu, not closing the right thing. Huh. I mean, it's fixed. So it's gonna go to the right thing right now. So it's phosphates. Where are the phosphates? I mean, here you can tell further down below it that there's phosphates, and then here there's glucose. But some of that was just like clear, gnarly. Fixed some scenes, but I should finish reading that one. They're intended to be used like this. Okay, not being able to be started directly from the Godot engine editor to do resource loading order. Let's use to have everything ammonia and phosphates in this little cloud here. Alright. Eat some glucose though to help our fat cells be able to survive. It's a little choppy here. I don't know if that's because I'm recording along with it or what. I think really it's the it has to be the chemoreceptor just like updating where it's pointing to. Because there's glucose here that's in abundance, or quite a bit, and then it's switching it. And you see here it still jumps. I mean, I presume it's changing the value, but it'd be interesting if they switch that to, I guess, searching for it, but I guess not change it so easily. So it I mean, we have that for organisms already as a behavior tab. So maybe we could have that kind of behavior with the chemoreceptor so it doesn't switch off of the target as quickly. Which maybe that is the case still. You just have to change it in the behavior menu. That could be what's occurring. Yeah, I don't know if this is glucose or phosphate. I think it's glucose. It looks lighter, yeah. I don't even know if in the video recording it'll look right or if it'll look like these two dark lines coming from my cell. Obviously the backgrounds change a lot of what color is shown. I don't know if it was like this always. I feel like usually the colors were darker. We're just gonna go south. Or down, not necessarily south. Could be north. Let's see, what else? Fix the randomized species name button not being the same height as the text box it was next to. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Again, if that was an earlier one, well, it would have been all of them before that had it. I would presume had it slightly changed. It's probably a couple pixels. Great to have it fixed. Probably not too big of a problem though. Fix old folders ending in .thrivesave being detected as save files and causing problems. That's good. That's good. That's good. AutoEvo predicts runs are now cancelled earlier to try to avoid error prints regarding them failing due to the player editing their species again before the run finished. I'm not sure actually what it's trying to say there. Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah. So the AutoEvo is still being calculated, and someone changes their cell beforehand, and then it's like it craps its pants because it's like trying to change based on what the cell is. Reduce the volume of Microbe Theme 7 to be more in line with other music. Well, Microbe Theme 7 probably was a banger if it was so loud. There's some general code stuff being moved around just to make it a little cleanup. I don't know what CI stands for. Maybe that's a CL, but checking tools have been updated. Build scripts have been updated. Very cool. I probably should be following the phosphates. Like I literally just need phosphates. Just need to survive. Just need to thrive. Just definitely not an overused thrive joke about thriving. The game is self-explanatory. You just gotta thrive, man. Survive and thrive. Live long and prosper. That's pretty much all that's been changes for read through the devlog. Let's see. Yep. Player dead, lost a lot. It's always fun to look at global, I think, instead. Let's see. So I don't know if this is like changed because I mean, obviously we're getting a lot more species, so migrations are popping up a lot more. And population increases and decreases for each species, so that's pretty cool. So we got a lot of species right now. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have an 8th with Sarantis. Usafin? Sure. Everyone's pretty much increased other than Sarantis Nurivom, which is, I mean, they're the global. Oh, no, they're not the global hegemons. Those are the Sarantis and Nidalapsis. Wakachoi. Kinis Wakacho. Right, let me catch. Wakasoi. No, which? Wakachi. Wakachoi. I don't know. They're migrating though. That's pretty cool to see. This doesn't show. It just shows per our chunk. Yes, that is just our chunk. Apparently our chunk is always put at the top. Ooh, the vents. We've been dying off the vents. It's actually pretty cool to see though. Light blue, so they changed their color, the Nuravalm, to light blue. I wonder if that's because they've been getting higher up and we've been predating them. But for 1 billion years, we were pretty low along with them. New guys seem to be. I mean, I guess they're more. They're the most recent ones adapted to the current niche environment, just the environment in general. So we never went to the Episopelagic, so that's kind of cool. You can see. Actually, I think there's more Nuravalm. No, they're not. Okay, there's only 300 in the vents versus the Episopelagic. It's interesting how versatile they must be, though. See here, they're in the height, the seafloor. They're doing the best. Looks like they went extinct twice at the seafloor. We've kind of stayed generally basic. Angoni and Bathyplegic, where we've been at. We've been increasing all the time. We're second largest there. Ice shelf, no one's there. Mesopelagic. They seem to do really good at migrating. Navarom. Alright. Oops. So close. To being on death's door at all times. Just slowly reduce our storages. Worst patch. Best patch. What patch are we in? We're out in the seafloor. Oh, yeah, because duh, we're changing our entire species. So everywhere has these thylakoids. Even the ones all the way down in the vents on the seafloors have all these thylakoids that do nothing for them. That's a thin line. If we want to be globally survival, I gotta change up our thought here. Maybe. Globally viable. I did want to become just a plant though. Do I want to be globally viable? Nah. Let's not be globally viable. Yeah. Sisters goes here. Our flagellum has seemed to be inverted now. Oh, there we go. It fixed itself. It's good to see. Alright. I think... How long have I been recording? A little bit too long. We're gonna end it off here. Might do a little playthrough, just cutting out things before uploading. We'll see. That's been 0.5.7 in all of its glory. And its beauty. Chemoreceptors. Can't quite zoom in quick enough. Yeah. Actually, it'd be interesting to play like this. So the iron shadow run over the body. Oh, there's something here, I guess. It's phosphates. It's kind of laggy. I don't know if that stuff spawning in. Oh no, we're gonna end it here. It's a great time. Having you all watch, follow along the changes to 0.5.7. Au revoir.